All right, we are in day 12, 13 of the shutdown. The Republican shutdown. The shutdown because they don't want to swear in the 218th vote that would force the release, the discharge petition for the Epstein files. That was a special election in Arizona. And they're refusing to swear her in. He went on camera days ago and said, well, if she was in town and if she said she wanted to do it, now there's parades going up and down the halls of Congress with her in the front with a sign, swear me in, and a couple hundred people behind her. At the same time all of this stuff is going on, Donald Jackass Trump himself is going all over the world, making deals with his fucked up friends in the fucked up countries and the places that we don't need to be involved. We're not talking about things that are in Republican debate forever like Ukraine or anything like that. Because, money should be going to the veterans and fixing the homeless problem and helping with the poor and all of that stuff. That's where, say, $20 billion or $40 billion should be going, right? Not to Ukraine because it's big pallets full of money. Isn't that the MO? Isn't that the story, the narrative of the Republicans? Is you can't put money in other countries because we have so many problems here. That is one of the biggest arguments Republicans had for wanting this douche nugget in office, right? All right, how's that going so far? Is that going all right with you guys? You guys all right with that? Because it seems to me, the uneducated middle of the political aisle type guy, it seems to me that your turd bucket fuckstick has deliberately used every level of government to bail out his friends to set up, say, ICE operations nationwide, giving bonuses to everybody that results directly in more incarcerated people needing a place to go, and the for-profit prisons that are building and housing these people are making $10,000 to $20,000 per person just for having them through the door. So who cares if they get released right away, because the government subsidies that pays them dictate how much they're getting paid. Isn't it wonderful if the subsidies can be negotiated in a way that actually 100% favors the owner of the, say, private prison or Alligator Alley or whatever, or all the companies that built these places? Wouldn't it be fantastic if the person writing the check and the contract and the regulations were on your team? Yeah, that's why there's so many newly incarcerated people. That's why there's so much threat of we're going to throw you in jail, we're going to take... And the ones that they want to take to the next step and not release are basically categorized and put in... Can they make babies? Can they build something? Can they do this? Can they do that? Are they old? Are they disabled? Are they slow? Are they whatever? Let's get rid of all of them. Don't worry, we have high-flying planes and we have places we can drop them. Then, turn off the radar. Nobody knows anything. And there's big ovens that they had installed that were taken down that had heat signatures of 1,800 degrees in the middle of the night randomly for 20-minute periods of time all over this Alligator Alley thing. All of these evidenced, like, scientific shit that was proven over the last God knows how many months since the Reign of Terror began has dollar figures attached to it. So when you see, say, a Venezuelan migrant farm, those are workers for Venezuela that were sent there by the United States under the guise of deportation. That's a labor force. That is modern-day slavery from our president to their president. How many different contracts have you heard of in all of these different things? How many different businesses and everything? $80 million spent here, $10 billion spent here, and now this dude is sending $20 billion to a failing country, Argentina, that we have nothing to do with. No, wait. Make it $40 billion. A couple of his friends invested in the well-being of this country. Got to make it work. Fuck the American taxpayers and all those people being kicked off of health care. I want my red hat. Is that where we are now? Is that where you are now? That doesn't make you a patriot. That makes you an idiot. That makes you a zombie. That makes you a cult member. There's nothing intelligent, political, patriotic, or empathetic or caring about anything in your choices pursuing him and supporting him. You sleep with that as this country goes down a toilet.